and in the way you made others feel.
In my most vulnerable and weakest moments, your selfless and thoughtful gesture gave me the strength to continue to fight on when I thought my life was over.
But I will never forget the time you took out of your busy day to check in on me and offer encouragement that everything was, in fact, going to be okay.
It is difficult to put into just a few words the impact you all have made on our university and on the state of South Carolina.
Most of all, you both genuinely cared about me.
Your marriage exudes fierce love, support, and loyalty in the midst of your dedicated leadership.
How could a couple who has so much on their plate open their doors to a scared freshman and make him feel so special? The answer's simple now.
In the darkest and most vulnerable time of my life, you were there.
You both are one of a kind.
So much of your life has been dedicated to serving others.
You both are different.
Your spirit lives on in us Gamecocks now and forever.
You both are amazing human beings, and there will never be another duet like you. Thank you for who you are.
Forever to the Bastides family.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the University of South Carolina, Dr. Harris Pastides, accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Patricia Moore Pastides.
Let's start with a question. Are there any Gamecocks in the Colonial Life Arena today? That was the most special tribute I could ever imagine, but let me say quickly, this is about you today. The class of 2019, Patricia and I are graduating with you. We've got our rings like some of you, and we're going to have a great commencement. Are we ready? Great. Well then, let's all remain standing as the USC Symphony Orchestra, under the direction of Dr. Scott Weiss, accompanies Ms. Chloe Madison Johnston, a Bachelor of Music performance student, as she leads us in singing our national anthem. We will then have the invocation given by Reverend Tom Wall, United Methodist campus minister.
Say join me if you would. With shouts of exultation and deep sighs of relief, we reach a milestone today, O great companion. Our emotions are many and mixed: excitement, sadness, disbelief, satisfaction, gratitude, and some sense of anxiety about the future. What at times seemed like an eternity has passed in the blink of an eye, and the future we thought would never come is dawning upon us. So we tip our caps and give thanks for everything, the moments of inspiration and the times of desperation. Thank you. The proud successes and the humbling failures, the occasions of mountaintop clarity and the dark clouds of confusion. Thank you. In the crucible of this living, this Carolina experience, some amazing things have been gestating. An extreme makeover has been in progress. We have emerged stronger, wiser, more percival. So we raise a glass and offer a thank you toast to those who have been there for us, for we stand on the shoulders of others, parents and families and friends, teachers, mentors. For all those, we are thankful. Now, we celebrate and are grateful and move into the world, harnessing the gifts and talents so abundantly given for the sake of love and service to the human family. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Johnston, Reverend Wall, and musicians. Please be seated, everyone. Class of 2019, it is your graduation day. How does that sound? I am so proud to be here with you, your families and friends on this beautiful commencement weekend and Mother's Day weekend. In fact, shouldn't we all together on the count of 3 say Happy Mother's Day to someone we hold dear, whether she's here or couldn't be here with us or not here with us at all? Can we do that all together? Happy Mother's Day. 1, 2, 3. Happy Mother's Day. Wonderful. And now I'd like to introduce you to 2 individuals who recently received among the university's highest awards. The recipients of the Clinical Practice Teaching Award is Professor Celeste Calder from our Clinical Pharmacy and Outcome Sciences Department and Professor Cheryl Mitchell from the College of Nursing. Would you please stand up and be recognized? And graduates, many other fine individuals have helped you arrive here by guiding you or supporting our university. First, ladies and gentlemen, the university's Board of Trustees, led by its chair, the Honorable John C. Von Lee, Jr. Would our board members and Secretary Canny Heath, Jr. please rise and receive our recognition for your devoted service. And because board service requires tremendous family support, I'd like to recognize the spouses and families of our board who are here with us. You already saw Patricia Moore-Pastides. My family is here too. Would they stand, please, and receive our salutation? Of course, without the remarkable efforts of our highly dedicated faculty and their commitment to the delicate balance between teaching, scholarship, and service, you would not be here today. Will all of you, but especially the graduates, please join me in recognizing the great work of our faculty colleagues represented here as I ask them to stand and be recognized, the Carolina faculty. And we now come to that part of the ceremony where the university will present its highest recognition, the honorary doctoral degree. The achievements of our recipients are officially recorded in the degree citation printed in your program. It should make clear why these individuals bring recognition to our university family. Dean Lacey Ford of the College of Arts and Sciences has a candidate for the honorary doctoral degree.
Mr. President, I have a candidate for the honorary degree, Doctor of Fine Arts. Sara Mearns was born in Columbia, South Carolina, and began her dance training at age 3 in the Calvert Brody School of Dance. A decade later, Mearns trained in the School of North Carolina Dance Theater in Charlotte and continued her studies at age 14 in the South Carolina Governor's School for Arts and Humanities. Ms. Mearns entered the School of American Ballet, which is the official school of the New York City Ballet, full-time in the fall of 2001 and became an apprentice with the New York City Ballet 2 years later. She was promoted to soloist in 2006 and to principal dancer in 2008. Ms. Mearns has won numerous awards and is dedicated to education and arts programs. For several years now, she has helped organize the Ballet Stars of New York, a signature event which supports dance scholarships here at the University of South Carolina.
Will the Honorable Rose Bike Newton of the University's Board of Trustees and Mr. Canty Heath, Secretary of the Board, please escort the candidate to the rostrum.
For her acclaimed performance career in one of America's premier ballet companies, for her stalwart commitment to instilling a love for the arts among young people, and for her efforts to provide students with singular experiences in ballet performance, the University of South Carolina, with the approval of its Board of Trustees, now presents Sara Mearns for the honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, acting on behalf of the people of South Carolina, through the General Assembly of the state, I hereby do confer upon you the degree Doctor of Fine Arts honoris causa, together with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Mearns. Dean Peter Bruce of the Darla Moore School of Business has a candidate for the honorary doctoral degree.
Mr. President, I have a candidate for the honorary degree Doctor of Public Service. Deborah L. Wince-Smith is President and CEO of the United States Council on Competitiveness. She was born in Akron, Ohio, and earned a bachelor's degree in classical archaeology, graduating magna cum laude and Phi Beta Kappa from Vassar. She later earned a master's degree from King's College at Cambridge University. In her current leadership role with the U.S. Council on Competitiveness, Ms. Wince-Smith works with a coalition of CEOs, university presidents, labor leaders, and national laboratory directors committed to driving U.S. competitiveness. In addition, she led the creation of and serves as president of the Global Federation of Competitiveness Councils. She has previously served as chair of the World Economic Forum's Global Agenda Council on Competitiveness and was a member of the Smithsonian National Board and the Naval Academy Foundation Board. Ms. Wince-Smith and her husband reside in McLean, Virginia.
Will the Honorable Mac Whittle of the University's Board of Trustees and Mr. Canty Heath Jr., Secretary of the Board, please escort the candidate to the rostrum.
for her many years of dedicated service in federal government to advance this country's aspirations in the field of technology, for her continuing efforts to promote competitiveness and protection of intellectual property, and for her resolute service on behalf of national innovation policy and technology commercialization. The University of South Carolina, with the approval of its Board of Trustees, now presents Deborah L. Wince-Smith for the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Service.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, acting on behalf of the people of South Carolina through the General Assembly of the state, I hereby do confer upon you the degree Doctor of Public Service honoris causa, together with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities to this degree appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Wince-Smith. Okay, graduates, this is when I get to speak to you. Are we ready? Okay. What a ride we have been on together. Today on this stage, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you to all of you, the greatest students in the world. And in the spirit of my e-blasts and other messages I've sent to you, I'll also have a little advice for you. But this time, the advice is about moving on. This was the hardest commencement address I've ever written, although I've given a lot of effort to all of them. Do you know how many I've given, by the way, commencement addresses? This is the 178th commencement I've presided at. And I have 3 more to go to make it 181. I could say, therefore, that that's my favorite number, 178 or 181, but it isn't. My favorite number is 117,662, because by tomorrow afternoon, that is the number of graduates I will have conferred decrees upon in my 11 years as president. How do you like that number? That is absolutely my favorite number, and I am so proud of each and every one. I went back to my other commencement addresses, and I've spoken about the following topics: being an active participant, finding inspiration in little things, teamwork, community service, innovation, leadership, resilience, the passing of time, mindfulness, finding common ground, creativity, the importance of working hard, and civil discourse. Today, though, I want to talk about something I've been thinking and working on a lot recently. And to say it directly, I'm finding that moving on is hard. It's hard for you, and it's hard for me. Many of you in the class of 2019 have told me that these were the best 4 years of your lives. Of course, some said they were the best 5 years of your lives. And a few even said, well, I won't go there, but you know who you are, and parents, you know that too. It's like the 3 students, one of them who said, I graduated magna cum laude, one said, I graduated summa cum laude, and the third said, I graduated, thank the Lordy. Well, these have been the best 11 years of my life. So how do we handle it? How does one say goodbye? How does one move on? I checked out what psychologists, songwriters, and even poets said about it. But most of the advice just didn't resonate. It was about moving on from a broken relationship, and that just didn't seem to fit today. But I did like the lyrics of a country song that said, you broke my heart, so I ripped up your picture. One thing I found that was helpful came from the poet Robert Frost. I like it because it's simple. He said that he could sum up everything he's learned about life in 3 words. It goes on. It goes on, class of 2019. Your lives and my life will go on, and we must believe that the chapter ahead will be better than the one we're leaving behind. I think the best advice I have for you about moving on, because it seems to be working for me, is to be very grateful for our time at this university. Like Winnie the Pooh, who said, "How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard." So in the spirit of moving on, let me tell you how grateful I am to you, how lucky I am to have had students like you in the class of 2019 who taught me so much. As I told you in my last lecture on April the 3rd, I've learned from you that college is not all fun and games. That's just a stereotype that many adults hold. I've learned from you that you have lots of serious concerns about our world, the decline of civility, the pressures on our environment, and about what kind of world your children will find. I've learned that you have many personal ups and downs, that you really want and need access to mental health counselors and other advisors on your time. I've learned that college affordability is not just a rhetorical issue. It's a truth that affects your family's ability to pursue their happiness while they struggle to provide you your education. I've learned that you and American college students in general are the most open, tolerant, and inclusive generation ever to inhabit the planet. And America will move further in that direction as you assume power. And of course, I've learned how truly passionate, make that crazy, you are about the Gamecocks. Everywhere and all the time. You die with every dropped pass and missed free throw. But just like me, you pick yourselves up again and find a way to live another day, to cheer all over again for the Garnet and Black. Oh, I've learned so much from you. You've made me not only a better president, but a better person. And I hope you feel grateful as well to have learned so much, mainly from your professors, but also through your many experiences outside the classroom. You've grown so much. Most of you started as teenagers. Now you're men and women. You may have learned a lot from my many e-blasts to you. Over 40 of them I went back and counted. Although frankly, I got more feedback from your parents than from you. I loved writing them, and I went back over them recently. They reminded me of the specific issues that led me to want to reach out to you. There were horrific shootings at churches and synagogues. There were some very sad moments involving student safety that led me to urge you, as if I were your dad, to take care of yourself and to ask, "What's my name?" There were all too many hurricanes and floods where I told you what we were thinking and planning for you pretty much in real time. By the way, class of 2019, you likely had more unscheduled days off due to weather than any other college class in history. Families, I won't tell you what tuition comes to for every one of those missed days, but there were deliriously happy concerts and World Series and Final Fours and bowl games where I couldn't contain my joy, so I let my keyboard overflow with giddiness. There were spring breaks and summer vacations that prompted me to advise you to be productive and happy at the same time, to fall in love if you were so inclined, to take time to talk with your families about yourself and your life at college. There were Thanksgivings when I merely wished you to find the joy in simple things like food made at home, family, serving others, living a principled life, the basic things that for each and every one of us will form the memories that we will cling to forever. During one flood event, I even held a contest to ask you how we could make the university better. And wow, was I surprised. We were swamped with great ideas, some of which have already improved the university. We did that just by asking and then listening to you. After I move on and I think of all those things, and when I think of you, class of 2019, I will be so very grateful to you. And that gratitude, I think, will turn to joy, and that joy will make it easier for me to move on. So right now, as we get ready to actually get on with moving on, I wanted to share one more thing. In the President's house, there's a window on the second floor that I like to look out early in the morning. The view is of the horseshoe, arguably at its most peaceful and still at that moment of the day, when the morning mist blankets the landscape. I've been reflecting a lot lately at that window about my time as your president. As I've looked out that window over 11 years, not much has changed on the horseshoe, except maybe the sapling tree that my children planted in honor of my first day, August 1, 2008. It's a big tree now. But when I look out beyond the horseshoe, oh my, the growth, the progress, the success, the victories, the ever-increasing quality of the students and the faculty, sometimes I pinch myself. I'm going to miss looking out that window, but I'd like to suggest to you, the class of 2019, that we not think of moving on, as is often described, as the closing of one door and the opening of another. I don't like the thought of closing the door on my university. How do you close the door on your home? How do you not look back? So let's think instead of stepping through an open window, a window that once you've stepped through, you can turn around and see where you've been. When we turn around and look back, we'll all see different things, but I hope that we all see very happy things, things that will bring us great joy. When I turn around and look through that window, I'm going to see you. There you are, storming the court, right here at the arena. There you are, jumping in the Thomas Cooper Library fountain after victories that took us to the Final Four. I'm going to see you dancing and volunteering at Dance Marathon, Relay for Life, Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. I'm going to see you at our town halls and diversity and inclusion lunches. I'm going to see you studying at finals as Patricia and I brought you apples and trail mix. I'm going to see us snapping selfies and high-fiving. And I'm going to see you sitting here in front of me today, dressed so beautifully as you are. The finest men and women any college president can ever know on one of the greatest days of your lives. In fact, most of my most profound and everlasting memories were made with you. Thank you sincerely for all of those. I wish I could take each of you for a ride in my Mini, and maybe someday I will. But for now, let's do, as Dr. Seuss said, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. To the class of 2019, thank you, and forever to thee. Thank you. Okay, thank you, everyone. Now let's get on with moving on. Commencement is a special occasion for all who've earned their degrees. Our university is one of the few major comprehensive universities in the country that still recognizes every graduate by name. We now move on to the awarding of the degrees. Provost Gable will present all candidates. Are you ready, class of 2019?
Will the candidates for degrees please rise? Stand up. Mr. President, all candidates who stand before me and others who cannot be present but whose achievement is being recorded officially by the university, having completed the requirements for their respective degrees, are herewith recommended by the faculty of the university for the conferral of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in the University of South Carolina, by the people of this state, acting through their representatives in the General Assembly and on the Board of Trustees of this institution, and on the recommendation of the faculty, the university confers upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended, together with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2019.
Members of the graduating class will please come forward as their names are called. We ask that all members of the audience remain in their seats throughout the program, and that you, our guests this afternoon, please withhold your applause during the announcement of graduates' names. We ask this so as not to distract the announcers, and also so that we do not drown out any family's ability to hear clearly. The respect we show our last graduate today is as important as the respect we show the first. Thank you in advance for your cooperation in maintaining the order and dignity of this ceremony.
Be seated, class, or as Provost Gable would say, sit down. Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Cheryl Addy, and the respective dean will greet recipients of the graduate degree. Dean Stephen Cutler will greet recipients from the South Carolina College of Pharmacy.
Kayla Samantha Antos. Yesenia Mata Avalos. Molly Frances Bacon. Lauren Simons Beard. Matthew Cole Berry. Martin Elizabeth Brooks. Amy Michelle Bouchon. Crystal Jean Burbage. Ava Elizabeth Cascone. Rebecca Hope Kaufman. James William Chalmers IV. Katie Elizabeth Churko. Rebecca Lee Crandall. Riley Catherine Curtin. Vanessa Ermani. Shannon Barnes Falconberry. Genevieve Asongu Fonju. Christopher Stephen Gregor. Nicole Corinne Griffith. Austin Grant Griggs. Kimberly Michelle Grubbs. Allison Dunn Eustis. Logan Marie Johnson. Virginia Marie Lowry. Juliana Tate Like. Jyoti Malyala. Savannah April Mancuso. Savannah Marie Martin. Matthew McLean Means. Leah Christine Mahalik.
Ariel Rochelle Murray.
Connor Paul Myers. Mary Frances Newman. Danielle Leanna O'Neill. Adam Gregory Pizzuti. Caroline Marie Roberts. Alexander Maximovich Shadilov. Marina Schuster. Danielle Jeanette Smalls. Haley Nicole Stiver. Natalie Lyda Sult. Anna Dickerson Todd. Joseph Anthony Teresi Jr. Emily May Underwood. Tyler David Emil Wagner. Catherine Maisel Wilbur. Macy Noel Zawalski. Aya Nasser Amogaber. Victoria Anna Arujo. Gretchen Earl Bodendistel, Samantha Foster Benvie, Jared Chase Cole, Isaiah Stanley Cooks, Connor Austin Floyd, Jonathan Michael Hui, John Colin Hungerpiller, Maya Angela Jenkins, Reagan Scarborough Kennedy, Kristen Jane Kilby, Laura Sankova Lashkova, Haley Lynn Mancini, Ma Angelica David Mariano, Alexandra Karina Montagny, Andy Huang Nguyen, Caitlin Carey O'Neill, Madison Victoria Oswald, Holly Christine Rowland, Jamie Liddell Russell Jr., Normando Sandoval, Cara Marie Tranchita, Alexandria Nicole Waddell, Heather Nicole Weiss, Brene Nicole Wilson, Stephanie Jean Wingard, Catherine Sue Wolfe,
Dean Peter Bruce will greet recipients from the Darla School of Business.
Sandra Amati, Sarah C. Broad, Constance Emmeline Campbell, Caitlin Ryan Hills, Casey Danielle Syme, Brandon David Waltz, Joseph Charles Hackett, Anirudh Reddy Agusti, Eric Lansing Bailey, Cameron Allen Clark, Ross Anthony Formansky, Megan Elizabeth Gallimore, Lavinia Gorla, Matthew Ray Lane, Jinshuan Lee, Scott Allen Ludlam, Austin Bushnell Martin, James Andrew Mullinax, Justin Nelson, Brett Allen Patterson, Jonathan Stephen Ruth, Samuel Stewart Smith, Matthew Daniel Teefy, Sarah Elizabeth Willis, Alberto Barchetti, Sarah Elaine Bauer, Christian Morrow Ciceri, Laura Diego Menendez, Stuart Price Hughes, Veronica Maria Parellada Ayer, Dario Luca Andreas Rusli, Brigitte Verastagi Cervera, Johannes Zeisel, Molly Joanne Abel, Dalton Anthony Abrams, Matthew Gregory Accordino, Andrew Acevedo, Emily Madison Adams, Philip Bernardin Addison, Matthew Aaron Adler, Aspen Blair Agnew, Assault Musa Al-Nabani, Nicole Michelle Albachera, Andrew Thomas Albrecht, Anna Margaret Alessi, Brittany Catherine Allen, Laura Robbins Allen, Michael Henry Allen Jr., Allison Claire Amon, Jacob Thomas Anderson, Jonathan Michael Anderson,
Maggie Grove Anderson,
Natalie Ann Anderson, Alvin Gerson Angeles Casas, Joel Andrew Anino, Edward John Anelli Jr., Michael Angelo Antonell IV, Peter Anthony Antonopoulos, Hunter Sheree Antwine, Charlotte Anna Armknecht, Daniel Magdi Assad, Kyle Jordan Ashbow, Alexis Lauren Ashford, Andrew Ewing Ashmore, William Callum Ashmore, Keith Scott Iyer,
Andrew John Ballman,
Pooja Bahel, Dylan Taylor Baker, Angelica Nicole Ballas, David Luis Banda, Abigail Soren Bangs, Tiffany Imani Banks, Jacqueline Nicole Bardis, Campbell Watson Barker, Allison Marie Barnes,
Robert William Balboni,
David Lee Barnes, Ross Allen Barriman, Griffin Ray Baisden, Tyler Anthony Bates, Marvel Elizabeth Bathalter, Lauren Elizabeth Batten, Harrison Wayland Baucom, Claire Evelyn Bauschka, Cole Thomas Baxter, Mary Kennan Bivens, Benjamin Emmanuel Bittner, John Neil Billman, Trevor Mark Belowski, Madison Nicole Bickle, Macy Cheryl Biber, Sanchitha Bhargav, Karina Jill Burning, Taylor Morgan Benson, Chandler Reed Bennett, Pamela Yolanda Benavente, Garrett Reed Bello, Stephen Joseph Bellantuono, Brittany Ashley Beheimer, Joshua Allen Beckwith, Brett Joseph Beck, Patrick James Beatty III, Michael Holland Beasley, Nicholas Edward Beal,
Matthew Justin Baxter,
Leighton Caroline Bjorn, Francis Fulton Black, Lauren Nicole Black, Davis Jacob Bland, Christopher Michael Blash, Daniel James Blessing, Catherine Marie Bain, Alexandra Marie Bainline, Lara Elizabeth Bones, Christian Albert Bosco, Lucas John Bosley, Seamus Gerard Boutin, Andrew Tyler Bowden, William Augustus Bowen III, Rebecca K. Bowers, Allison Savannah Bowles, Hannah Gleason Bowman, Emily Rose Boyd, Christina Alexandra Boyle, Matthew Stephen Boyle, Matthew Thomas Bozarth, Olivia Farrell Bracey, Sarah Madison Bradley, Corey Gregory Branham, Kayla Elizabeth Braun, Alexandria Every Brazel, Liam Daniel Breen, Vincent Philip Brigliano, Anna Grace Brockman, Michael John Broderick, Anna Lehman Brooks, Robert Bradley Browder, Aaron Tyler Brown, Hannah Rosina Brown, Nolan Thomas Brown, Samuel Wade Brown, Scott Brandon Brown, Victoria Mariah Brown,
William Pearson Brown,
Patrick Aiden Callahan, Mary Elizabeth Caldwell, Alexander James Caffis, Nils Blake Buxton Jr., Mary Chandler Butler, Anna Elise Butler, Emma Louise Butcher, Emily Wright Bustria, Kelsey Ann Burt, Catherine Anderson Burns, Caroline Lewis Burns, James Hagan Lamb Burnett, Breelyn Alyssa Burkett, Owen Killian Burkhardt, Cassidy Suzanne Burke, Richard Logan Bugg, Harrison David Budemeyer, Matson Tuggle Bringleson, John Marvin Bryant Jr., James Matthew Bryant, Drew Adrian Cameron, Gianna Loretta Caminiti, Madison Lynn Camarota, Lillian Palmer Canaday, Daniel Mackey Canty Jr., Patrick Clark Capon, Andrew Mark Caparossi, Daniel Jacob Kaplan, Michael James Caples Jr., Christian James Capri, Matthew John Carlin, Richard Zachary Carrico, Gianna Nicole Carter, Margaret Patterson Carter, Mara Rose Caruso, Leah Marie Kastner, Joseph Brian Cavalli, Orion Terrell Cawthorn, Kyle John Serrato, Vanessa Cervantes, Trevor Lewis Chan, Zhao Xuan Chao, Andrew Meyer Chase, Christopher Gavin Chasney Jr., Reed Gregory Chasteen, Harrison Robert Tuning, Katie Chandler Chick, Thomas Workman Childress, Colton Thomas Christensen, Samuel Ash Christoph, Catherine Mary Cirillo, Lindsay K. Clamp, Grayson Lang Clark, Michael Joseph Clark, Corbin Maxwell Cleaves, Austin Robert Clinton, Lakin Aline Coggins, Casey J. Coughlin, Melanie Lynn Cohan, John Edward Cola, Aaron Martin Colborn, Robert Brian Cole, Joseph Timothy Colladin, Elizabeth Bailey Conger, Bailey Rose Connolly, Annie Sarah Connors, Savannah Joe Cooper, Andrew Eugene Copeland, Alex Raybon Copley, Kristen Elizabeth Capiano, Jack Liam Core, Hudson Waldir Braga da Costa, Susan Alexandra Castagliola, Casey Joy Costello, John Timothy Costello, Eric Terrell Cottom, Trevor James Cox, Caitlin Aaron Coyle, Mary Therese Coyne, Sabrina Nicole Craighead, Chad William Craner, Allison Nicole Crandall, Chase Westbrook Crawford, Michael Francis Priya, Carolyn Page Creed, James William Crick IV, James Maxwell Croft, Braden Patrick Crovo, Alexandra Jane Crown, Michael Joseph Cummins II, Haley Nicole Curl, Matthew Francis Sinkar, Kyler Jordan Sear, Andrew George DaCosta, Christopher Matthew DeMeo, Tyler Joseph Deanna, Kevin Patrick Davey, Jonathan Davila, Garrett Davis, Lauren Emma Davis, Sandra Nicole Deakus, Anthony Albert DeSaris III, Christina Ellen Deese, Kelsey Brooke DeFee, Holly Ann Delaire, Nicole Marie DeLasho, Brendan Charles DeLay, Thomas Goodwin DeLoach, Ian Yale Demarest, Yancy Martin Dennis, Mario Vincent D'Onofrio, Isabel Marie DePriest, Caroline Lee Deering, Minali Jayton Desai, Alexandra Claire DeTrevel, Stephen Thomas DeVincitis, William Ross Devine, Kasim Hassan Daras, Marvin Climaco Diaz, Thomas Drake DeBona, Morgan Ann Dickinson, Erica Lynn Dixon, Jack Christopher Diebler, Dana Lynn DiGiovanni, Sydney Elizabeth Dimery, Caitlin Marie Dingler, Courtney Hope Dinsmore, Josa Alessandra Diogo dos Santos, Shannon Lee Dismore, Jordan Michael Ditton, Tyler Joel Dixon, Evan James Dodge, Paul Allen Dominy, John Marshall Donaldson, Mark William Donahue, Greg Miller Dow, Zachary Seth Dow, Madison Lee Drew, Callie Brooke Dreyer, Katie Lynn Driggers, Thomas William Driscoll II, Lawson David Driscoll, Jackson Prescott Walker Dunaway, Carolyn Gilchrist Dunn, Caitlin Elizabeth Dunn, Lauren Marie Dunn, Trevor Corbin Dunn, L. Marie Durbin, Alexander Raymond Dwyer, Andrew Joel Eckstein, Ryan Mackenzie Egger, Osborne James Eilers, Nicole Therese Eklund, Allison Marie Elliott, Jenna Marie Elliott, Blake Joseph Ellis, Caitlin Brooke Elmeyer, Luke Patrick Emery, Ainsley Elizabeth Emenegger, Daniel Joseph Engels, Daniel Joseph Epstein, John Tynan Erickson, Yamaisi Erasti, Michael Leonardo Enrico Jr., Natalie Marcella Hughes, Chad Kellen Evans, Emily Annette Evans, Harrison Robert Evans, Jarrett James Evans, Maya Jamel Evans, Jacqueline Elizabeth Evett, William Loving Farmer Jr., Enzo Robert Farrar, Sean Farron, Aaron Michelle Fothery, Kevin Thomas Fazio, Tilasha Lavrie Feaster, Braden Walker Feigl, Madison Hughes Fye, Alyssa Madison Feinberg, Danny Feldkamp, Justin Tyler Fendrick, Christopher Ali Fatemi, Marin Rose Filipowski, Liam Michael Richard Finn, Francisco Dana de Vargas Fisher, Claire Frances Fisher, Elizabeth Lillian Fisher, Nathan Daniel Fisher, Rebecca Elizabeth Fisher, Caitlin Elizabeth Fitch, William Benjamin Flagg, Jamie Elizabeth Fleischman, John Keegan Fleury, Lauren Elizabeth Flintham,
Carly Madison Flynn,
Allison Paige Foley, Emily Susan Fordyce, Nicholas Scott Folger, Kiana Helen Fox, Lauren Celia Fox, Michael Joseph Fox, Harrison McLean Freeman, James Christopher Freeman Jr., Lathan Miriam Friday, Jason Brett Friedman, Tyler Wayne Fricks, Daniel Colin Frontman, Gabrielle Madison Fuller, Cameron Walsh Funk, Haley Alexandra Funk, Jackson Tiberius Funk, Cole Andrew Gable, Cole Matthew Gable, Bailey Marie Gagliano, Brianna Catherine Gagliardi, Logan Reed Galbraith,
Annie Celeste Gama,
Kiesha Ramika Gambrell, John Charles Garber, Sydney Marie Gerald, Joseph Dylan Garin, Michael August Garrity, Caroline Love Gates, Ania Rane Gauss, Alexander Coleman Galwell, Melena J. Gaylor, Allison Quinn Geary, Derek Bryce Gibson, Hannah Jackson Gearhart, Connor Gilmore, Julia Mary Gilmore, Matthew Shane Gilson, Ashley Diane Gins, Aidan Charles Glancy, Carson Page Glass, Wesley Gage Glenn, Shannon Elizabeth Glodeman, Hannah Elizabeth Geldy, L. Marie Goodwin, Evan Forrester Gould, Elijah John Earl Grabowski, Melanie Granada, Douglas Stephen Grandchamp, Charles Thomas Howard Grant, Catherine Grant, Lexi Elizabeth Gravino, Veronica Buchanan Gray, Amanda Lynn Green, Brooke Diane Green, Jasmine Monique Green, Lucy Randolph Green, Michael Taylor Green, Maxwell Todd Greenberg, Samuel Heath Greenspan, Theodore Bryce Gregory, Shannon Brianna Grehan, Cooper Sullivan Gresham, Brian Alexander Greevy, Joshua Lee Grimsley, Abigail Ann Grosskopf, Adam Jean Groth, Alex Keller Grubb, Christopher Vlado Genev, Jennifer Lauren Guest, Andrew James Guffey II, Troy Preston Guffey, Eric Guo, Liang Junhua Guo, Eden Shelley Gerlitz, Connor Henry Gutch, Emily Margaret Gwids,
Claire Elizabeth Hecton,
Matthew Thomas Hagedorn, Connor Fraser Haggerty, Shelby Leanne Hales, Brian Thomas Haynes, Adam Ali Haji, Austin James Hall, Jacob Tyler Hall, Taylor Elizabeth Hall, Christopher Matthew Halseth, Olivia Marie Halverson, Morgan Nicole Hamill, Philip Jeffries Hamrick, Caroline Marie Hannon, Matthew Perry Hardin IV, Spencer Cole Hardwick, David William Hare, Robert Francis Harley III, Graham Harmon, Brooke Alexa Harrington, Cameron Matthew Harrington, James Richard Harrington, Jordan Gregory Harrington, Chloe Kaylin Harris, Zaquarius Quayshawn Harris, Alexander Ryan Harrison, Daniel Tyrone Hart, Molly Catherine Hart, Howard Kyle Hartley, Paul Hunter Hartley, Jamie Madison Haslam, Sarah Carolyn Hatfield, Nicholas Thomas Hauk, Megan Louise Hoff, Amelia Harrington Haydock, Austin Patrick Hayes, Monique Elise Hayes, Elizabeth Jane Hurd, Tyler Joseph Heasley, John Canty Heath III, Margaret Ann Hebert, Aaron Miguel Hages, Daniel Henau, Cameron Craig Hendrickson, Monica Kim Main Lee Hang, Tyler James Hepler, Bernard Neil Herb Kurzman, Zachary Francis Herman, Elizabeth Palma Hernandez, Sierra Carey Hernandez, Jack Heroy, Duncan Robertson Hickman, Ross Alden Hightower, Mitchell Wade Hillbrands, Chase Schuyler Hill, Christine Marie Hill, Jacob Scott Hilliard, Elizabeth Ashley Hinshaw, Joshua Thomas Hinson, Brecken Elizabeth Hobbs, Troy Woodfin Hodge, Sydney Ray Holowinski, Lauren Marie Holy, Lucy Ann Holland, Ryan Cromwell Holliday, Sarah Elizabeth Holloway, Brandon Zamari Sanjian Holmes, Alexander Charles Holtz, Noah Aaron Holzberg, Evan Robert Hooker, Andrew Cole Hopkins, Delaney Rogan Horble, Madison Elaine Horton, Jacob Douglas Hounshell, Haley Elizabeth Houston, Lily Elizabeth Houston, Rebecca DeNormandy Howard, Jia Chang Huang, Jason Evan Hubbs, James Bishop Huey, Jennifer Nicole Huggins, Alan Stevenson Humphreys IV, Whitney Gardner Hunt, Cody Christian Hughesby, Grant Porter Hutcherson, Liam Baker Highland, Jake Michael Hynek, John Luke Iftimi, Michelangelo Indrisino, Edward James Isales, Jackson Montgomery Isley, Gabrielle Elizabeth Jabor, Delaney Mason Jacobs, Kimberly Renee Jacobs, Daniel Patrick James, Sumner Mackenzie James, Carolyn Maureen Jameson, Sydney Catherine James, Jessica Rose Jaramillo, Mariah Ray Jane, Nora Elizabeth Jabali, William Elliott Jennings, Kathleen O'Brien Jepson, Jasmine Aquarius Jeter, Alex Christian Johnson, Anna Jocelyn Johnson, Cameron LeVar Johnson, Destiny Dyla Johnson, Jordan Alexandra Johnson, Justine Nicole Johnson, Kelsey Lee Johnson, Christiana Nicole Johnson, Leela Indir Johnson, Philip Graham Johnson, Evan Stoltz Johnston, Rebecca Catherine Johnston, Thomas Joseph Johnston Jr., Bryce Harrison Jones, Grayson Anthony Jones, Jackson Ferguson Jones, Mallory Joyce Jones, Micah Cheney Jones, Peyton Alexandra Jones, Brittany Dawn Jordan, Emma Leona Jordan, Jamie Nicole Jubert, Grace Elizabeth Young, Daniel Jurgensen, Nicholas Edward Kopp, Shivani Kapoor, George Ernest Carnazes, Moshe Kachin, Tyler Michael Kaufman, Cassandra Joe Kazel, Joseph Michael Kearney Jr., Julia Danielle Curse, Owen Nicholas Kefalinos, Jordan Nelson Kelly, Alex J. Keth, Jonathan Samuel Katuski, Stephanie Elizabeth Kiley, Colin Lee Kindig, Christy Marie King, Joshua King, Olivia Marie King, Reamer Benjamin King III, David John Canary, Ryan Douglas Kirchhoff, Anna Helene Kirkwood, Jacob Alexander Kirschner, Taylor Nicole Kitchen, Cameron Dale Klein, Morgan Elizabeth Klinke, Joseph Alexander Klosky, Madison Sierra Ness, Tyler James Nizewski, Aiden Tyler Knox, Courtney Ashlyn Kosis, Julian Mitchell Kahneman, Addison Claire Kolenik, Jonah Patrick Kolshrud, Polina Kondratyeva, Jonathan Kashi, Carly Elizabeth Kovac,
Brandon Austin Kowal,
Lydia Thomas Kraft, Shondell Marie Kropp, Jacob Bryce Kreider, Max Alexander Kreisler, Amanda Lee Crone, Jake Frederick Kropinski, Matthew Kruger,
Christian Francis Kubas,
Chase James Keeler, Kathleen Elizabeth Curra, Madeline Elida Lackman, Mallory Catherine Lampersky, John David Landers III, Ashley J. Laporta, Bo Riley Largent, Samantha Josephine Mignecco, Rachel Monaco Lasco, Anna Kathleen Latronica, Nathan Lee Laughlin, Mara Lavery, Benjamin James Levine, Christopher Michael Lawson, Carly Michelle Lazis, Philip Gregory Lazzaroni, Kendall Marie Leatherman, Kylie Nichols Lieberman, Olivia Vieira Lacrone, Peyton Rose Lee, Christopher Lee, Nicholas John Legg, Moira Jacqueline Lennon,
Matthew Bedore Leonard,
Mackie James Leventis, Daniel Walter Levine, Casey George Lewis, Henry Daniel Lewis, Van Lee, Elizabeth Rose Liebendag, Jordan Alexandria Lim, Benjamin Graham Lindsay, Austin James Lisanti, Jessica Robin Lisk, Jacob Stephen Lizama, Catherine Elizabeth Lloyd, Ka Lak Lee, Justin Donald Lobb, George Carter Louisu, Russell Anthony Lombardo III, James Alton Long, Jonathan Lee Long, Tyler James Lozinski, Wan Lu, Jonathan Michael Lunn, John William Lynch III, Caitlin Austin Lynch, Morgan Lee Lyon, John Albert McDonald, Richard Harrison Mocker, Hallie Elizabeth Mackert, Claire Hamilton Madden, Christopher Michael Madia, Andrew John Madigan, Anthony Robert Maestri, Ahmed Akram Mahmoud, Claudia Rose Maimon, Michael Simon Molina, Vishal Akash Malati, Haley Elizabeth Millette, Hannah Mary Malley, Alexander Matthew Mallon, Emily Suzanne Malmstrom, Lauren Rose Maloney, Rachel Lauren Malseed, Taikira Angelique Manning, Konstantinos Sotirios Mantikas, Hannah Nicole Markeski, Rachel Irene Margolis, John Baptiste Mariano III, Morgan Rhodes Markwood, Nathan James Markwood, Nicholas Joseph Marquette, Brian Alain Marquez, Eric Daniel Marsh, Matthew Frederick Marsh, Casey Marie Marshall, Kristen Marshall, Steffi Richard Marty, Jacob Lee Martin, Michael Martin, Sam Warren Martin, Shannon Rose Martin, Jenna Lee Martinko, Alec Kincaid Mason, Andrew Nicholas Mastromanolis, Mary Bryant Matthews, Amy Lee Mattingly, Brittany Ann Maddow, Richard Anthony Matone Jr., Stephen Todd Mauney, Winchester Lewis Maurer, Adam Jefferson Moyer, Eric Colbjorn Maxey, Michael Thomas May, Joseph Ephraim Mayer Ashoff, Zachary Andrew McAfee, Caitlin Lee McAllister, Catherine Ann McAllister, Anna Elizabeth McAuliffe, Brendan James McBride, Frederick Clemenson McClintock Jr., Christina J. McCormack, Matthew Scott McCormick, Brian Edward McCown, Megan Kathleen McCrary, Connor Young McCraw, Jennifer Lynn McCreary, Delaney Powerley McCutcheon, Dugan James McDermott, Olivia Elaine McDonald, Capers Iveson McKelveen, Matthew Walter McGee, Marcus Lau McGinnis, Emma Starr McGoldrick, Chelsea Nicole McGovern, Brenna Kathleen McGuire, Julia Catherine McKenzie, Michaela Suzanne McKee, Ryan Michael McLean, Daniel Patrick McLaren Jr., Elizabeth Ann McLaughlin, Jessica Louise McMinn, Connor Nelson McMorrow, Emma Cassandra McNally, Connor John McPoyle, Emily Carolyn Medendorp, Emily Anna Medoff,
Matthew Leonard Mellinger,
Kelly Justine Malusi, Sebastian Mendez, Matthew Thomas Mercier, Patrick James Metcalf, McDavid Sullivan Metz, Emily Ann Meyer, Aaron Elizabeth Meyer, Michael Cage Kassad Mia, Eric Dixon Mickelson, Adam Eric Miller, Charles Washington Miller, Gregory Michael Miller, John Ross Miller, Shannon Logan Miller, Abigail Carson Mills, Jonathan Neal Millsaps, Jacob Andrew Mills Batchelor, Craig Watson Mims Jr., Luciana Mintz, Macy Lauren Miner, Finn Minute, Cassandra Lynn Misson, Stephanie Alexandra Mitchell, Tyler David Mitchell, Chelsea Lily Mojica,
Kyle Michael Mook,
Virginia Marie Moore, Caroline Marie Morey, Colin William Morrison, Michael Joseph Morrison, Madison Ann Morrow, Erin Elizabeth Morton, Hannah Louise Motzinger, Vakash Mova, Salman Muhammad, Megan Mulder, Rachel Ann Mulliken, Rachel Alexandra Mumaw, Catherine Elizabeth Munson, Felix Manuel Munther Anderson, Ramiro Gomez Marguea Jr., Jared Andrew Murphy, Nora Seaton Murphy, Andrew Carl Bradley Murray, Augustus Sigler Narrow, Kevin Patrick Naughton, Patrick Reed Nealon, Rose Joy Needle, Christian Thomas Nahila, Robert Gage Nelson, Darby Catherine Noose, Kylie Elizabeth Newsholm, Andrew Guy, Eileen McKay Nimmer, Taylor Courtney Nisbet, Lauren Jean Nix, Ryan Sullivan Knoll, Jack David Nonamacher, Stephen Thomas Norelli, Chandler Robert Norman, Rachel Lauren Norris, Victoria Elizabeth Norton, Brendan James O'Brien, DeForest Calvert O'Brien, Kevin David O'Brien, Tanner Stephen Odom, Jacob Patrick O'Donnell, Emily Lynn O'Keefe, Kyle Justin Oxenhorn, Austin Graham Oleschek, Ashley Virginia Oliver, Jacob Michael Oliver, Stephen Vincent Olmo, Britta Grace Olson, Abigail Marie O'Neill, Carly Ann Oppler, Jacob Andrew Ownby, Harry Earl Oxner Jr., Kara Elizabeth Pacinda, William Shand Paul, Christina Joe Painter, John William Painter, Nicholas Philip Palumbo, Pratik Dinesh Kumar Parekh, Annie Yunju Park, Rachel Victoria Parker, Mitchell Lengel Parrott, Benjamin Ellis Parsons, Robert Nathaniel Parsons, Logan Brooke Pastor, Nicole Pastorelli, Harrison Niles Pazamant, Amit Paresh Patel, Kishin Supin Patel, Shivam Alkash Patel, Mateo Patino Parada, Alexis Don Patterson, Thomas William Patterson, Matthew Compton Pearlstein, Christian Lee Pellage, Courtney Valine Eliezer Pelzer, Corey Allen Pemberton, Victoria Christine Penny, Elizabeth Marlene Perez, Grace Elizabeth Perry, William Thomas Perry, Colin James Peterson, Juliette Marie Peterson, Megan O'Neill Peterson, Ariana Joy Petricus, Julia Elizabeth Petrolowitz, Eleanor St. Clair Pinkney, Elizabeth Helen Pino, Caroline Mackenzie Piper, Victoria Nicole Pippin, Kristen Elise Pitcher, Cody Andrick Pitts, Christopher Michael Pizzi, Nicholas Pizzo III, Eugene John Pizzoli, Stephen Francis Pollock, Romy Gordon Poor, William Brandon Pope, Austin Kilvington Porter, Colin Forbes Porter, Carson Asa Potter, Eldon Joseph Potts, Wesley Marcus Powell, Jacob Patrick Powers, Jennifer Kathleen Powers, Lily Lawrence Powers, Sean Patrick Powers, Riley Elizabeth Prendergast, Ryan Gerald Preskenis, Michael Joseph Praviti, Taylor Przelski, Claire Anderson Price, Madeline Elizabeth Price, Jacob Samuel Priolo, Laura Madison Pritchard, Nicholas Gerald Progar, Mitchell Tanner Piekner, Jordan Taylor Quick, Jennifer Blake Quindlen, Charles Joseph Quinn, Anna Elizabeth Radulescu, Robert Michael Raytano Jr., Dustin Michael Ramos, Eric Gordon Ramsey IV, Catherine Marie Randall, Jessica Marie Ranizeski, Daniel Einar Ranacleve Jr., Walker Stetson Ranney, Lucy May Holiday Rasco, Ratha Fibal Rath, Patrick Eugene Roski, Miller Woodruff Redding, David Carroll Reese, Timothy Bryce Reeves,
Rachel Elizabeth Reagan,
Zachary Stephen Register, Douglas Walter Reed Jr., Adriana Mila Riley, Erica Lynn Reiser, James Robert Relic, Hannah Nicole Renner, Sarah Emily Ruther,
Maxwell Anderson Revercombe,
Trey William Richardson, Henry Joseph Richmond, Michael Austin Ridge, Madison Blair Reinhardt, Sally Merriweather Roberts, Carolyn K. Robinson, Julia Grace Robinson, Dominic Paul Rhoda, Christian Rodriguez, Daniel Rodriguez Argiles, Lara Christina Rodriguez Mixon, Daniel Brady Rogers, Devin Lee Rogers, Hudson William Rogers, Russell Thomas Romano, Matthew Blake Roof, William Mackenzie Rosalino, McKenna T. Rose, Giovanna Merrill Rotellini, Ashton Elizabeth Roth, Dakota Allen Rousey, Skylar Rose Ruff, Grace Michelle Runke, Maya Olivia Rush, Wayne William Russ II, Margaret Catherine Ryan, Lauren Elizabeth Saba, Jonah Eston Sane, Maxwell Alexander Sale, Dylan Connor Salisbury, William Breeden Sally III, Luis Alberto Santiago, Matt Douglas Sappenfield, Tiffany Morgan Sarver, Bryant Thomas Sasser, Emily Alyssa Satterley, Connor Augustine Saunier, Delaney Deborah Sawyer, Rebecca Lynn Scamardo, Paul Eric Sherling, Tara Rebecca Schimmelman, Jessica Marie Schneider, Jillian Nicole Schneider, Ryan Christopher Schneider, Elizabeth Susan Schnerman, Victoria Marie Skulton, Ryan James Schreiner, Robert Jacob Shug, Natalie Brownell Schultz, Savannah Jordan Schultz, Rachel Hannah Schwartzberg, Nicholas John Schwarzenberg, Sarah Catherine Schweiss, Sam Eaton Scott, Marcus Robert Searing, Caitlin Elizabeth Sire, Samantha Aaron Sepsic, Julia Rose Servin, Reagan Chloe Surwatt, Caroline Olivia Settlin, Harrison Dunlap Settle, Marissa Elise Sewell, Jake James Seymour, Amanda Eleanor Shankweiler, Morgan Ashley Shannon, Alethea Sharif, Layla Jane Sharifi, Christian Alexander Sharp, Joan Elizabeth Shaddles, LaDiamond Sierra Shaw, Matthew Thomas Shawd, Jonathan Edward Shea, Megan Elizabeth Sherman, Andrew Blair Shiflett, Brenna Louise Shipman, Mackenzie Ann Short, Robert St. Chase Short, Sierra Cassidy Shoemaker, Zachary McCall Sidden, Anna Elizabeth Sidlecki, Madeline Marjorie Seedling, Sean Preston Seal, Jessica Joy Sigmund, Leah Ariel Silverman, Evelyn Itzayana Simmental, Joseph William Simmons III, Peyton Rhodes Simmons, Rachel Lee Simmons, Lawrence Abram Sims, Armanjit Singh, Taylor Ann Sixbury, Nicholas Adams Skalka, Tobias Jurgen Skarke, Austin Brian Skorb, Alexander Michael Slifka, Justice Harrison Smalls, Alexa Jennifer Smith, Brent Allen Smith II, Garrett Scott Smith, Grant Michael Smith, Jeffrey Stephen Smith, Kelsey DeVrant Smith, Murray Brigida Smith, Mercedes Lynn Smith, Nicholas Alexander Smith, Nicholas John Smith, Alexander Maxwell Sobelman, Brian Robert Soar, Ziyan Song, Manan Sunilbai Soni, Joseph Andrew Sorkin, Elena Leora Sostilio, Adeline Roth Sparks, Madison Elizabeth Specht, Jordan Nicole Spenner, Georgia Claire Spires, Rebecca Nicole Spinagle, Molly Ann Springer, Emily Elizabeth Scucciarini, Austin Thomas St. George, Noelle Marion St. Laurent, Alex James St. Pierre, Benjamin Edward Stanell, Lily Aline Stanton, Isabella Narija Stark, Mary Carlisle Stelling, Claire Kathleen Stephan, Bryson Keith Stevenson, Stacy McLeod Stevenson, Jordan Todd Starrett, Christina Brooks Stewart, Micah Allen Stewart, Rebecca Taylor Steele, Tyler Edward Still, Bobby Taylor Stilson, Justin Morris Stombler, John Raymond Strack, Nina Marie Strasser, William Robert Strickland, Francesca Rose Stewart, Emily Morgan Studnick, Jack Bailey Sullivan, William Allen Swanson, Griffin Scott Swedberg, Sean Michael Sweeney, Jesse Michael Switzer, Kevin Patrick Scheck, Luke Richard Teicher, Tristan Michael Tate, Amanda Lee Talbot, Theodore Maxwell Talmadge Jr., Wan Yun Tang, Joseph Frank Tashi, Benjamin Joseph Tasto, Jalen Wesley Tatum, William Nicholas Taylor, Jacob Rollin Tenji, Christopher Michael Terrault, Alexis Ann Tyrrell, Troy Mitchell Trevere, Colin Gregory Tesh, Hannah Elizabeth Thomas, Matthew Vincent Thomas, Michael Brennan Thorson, Michael Scott Tiefenthaler, Savannah Rose Tolanese, Megan Stewart Tomlinson, David Ivan Toro, Mitchell Austin Touchton, Alejandro Enrique Tovar, Anita Tovar, Charles Douglas Tragesser, Grace Irene Trachis, Long Dak Tran, Victoria Ann Travis, Zachary Gary Tremblay, Anthony Joseph Tremmel, Willard Christopher Lawrence Turner, Drake Edward Turnquist, Samuel Griffin Unitas, Chinedu Okechukwu Ozor, Lauren Nicole Vagnoni, Lauren Rose Vehi, Elizabeth Ann Vanderwald, Robert John Van Dusen, Inez Guertin Villamure, Cameron Thomas Vinson, Pablo Antonio Vivas, Justin Reed Walker, Catherine Elizabeth Walker, Hamilton M. Van Sciver, Jonathan Andrew Wall, Bridget Frances Walsh, Kurt Branton Walters, Madeline Claire Wanbaugh, Kira Haley Wandrock, Kevin Brian Wanless, Madeline Claire Wan, Gentry Brooke Ward, Kyle Thomas Wardrop, Audrey Ware, Terry Wayne Warren Jr., Sarah Ann Waterhouse, Matthew James Wayman, Brian Thomas Weaver,
Alexander Thomas Vasilakos,
Anna Mary Whedon, Marcus Anthony Weeks, William Jacob Wiesner, Matthew Edward Weintraub, Joel Darby Welch Jr., Elena Renee Wells, Eric Todd Wells II,
Lauren Wells,
Owen Francis Welsh, Kayla Iman Wirtz, William Timmerman Wirtz III, Brock Michael Weselek, Nicole Veronique Westley, Garrett Bernie Westray, Jacob Connor Whitaker, Danielle Marie White, Kaylee Nicole White, Caitlin Ann Wiggin, Emma Elizabeth Wiggins, Sarah Christine Wiggins, Sutherland Hart Wiggins, Samantha R. Wild, Kaylin Lucas Wiley, Mitchell Ann Wilhelm, Isaac Hain Wilkerson, Amelia Ann Williams, Brendan Patrick Williams, Catherine Elizabeth Williams, Davis Stewart Williams, Harmony Inez Williams, Megan Ann Williams, Megan Williams, Shannon K. Williams, Ty Aaron Williams, Margaret Sellers Williamson, Trig Lewis Williamson, Ainsley Elizabeth Wilson, Bryce Palmer Wilson, Christopher Burke Wilson, Jalen J. Wilson,
Lewis Dalton Wilson,
Zachary Michael Winch, Rebecca Lee Wingard, Andrew Neil Winter, Robert Coleman Withers, Anna Sophia Patricia Witt, Jacqueline Wong, Jason Henry Wong, Danielle Nicole Wood, Davis Wesley Wooten, Lahala Nicole Worley, Craig Robert Werple, Randall D'Angelo Worthy, Amanda Lee Yang, James O'Neill Yates, Kyo Aaron Yoshida, Cooper Timothy Yusko, Kathleen Ann Zangi, Samuel Zaritsky, Andrew Richard Zelina, Jessica Do, Elizabeth Jacqueline Zigrang,
Dean Jeanette Andrews will greet recipients from the College of Nursing.
Angela Amico, Leslie Shaquanda Anthony, Jessica Lee Beluli, Esther Fontenot Barrios, Albany Michelle Belton Ashford, Lee Ann Blendowski, Paris Jamaica Bloomfield, Iris Justine Boyd, Renee Hayes Bragg, Olivia Christina Burrell, Alicia Antoinette Darren, Jada Catherine Dockery, Paseo Chattel Douglas, Jeffrey Paul Everett, Heather Nicole Fable, Kelsey Jareen Frischman, Natalie Michelle Garner, Harris Sean Gartman, Ashley Chapman Gavant, Audrey Denise Goodjoin, Melinda Marie Greaves, Selma Hadziamatovich, Elizabeth Ashley Halicki, Brittany Cara Hall, Tiffany Nicole Harney, Carolina Marie Hewitt, Jaleesa Gail Hayward, Mary Kelly Jackman, Ashley Monique Johnson, Julie K. Kasserman, Erica Danielle Ladson, Deborah Marie Legali, Tracy Ann Larson, Andrew Alfred Leach, Laura Quintana McDowell, Carolyn Galloway Miller, Alicia Annie O'Haronian, Teresa Graham Ottman,
Caroline Coffin Pappas,
Pamela Denise Perella, Avia Latrell Reeves, Sarah Elizabeth Rivera Lopez, Lillian Zora Rivers, Crystal Singleton Rogers, Autumn Marie Ryan, Bria Chanel Scales, Victoria Gabriela Shayaza, Kristen Louise Schwartz, Megan Farmer Sloan, Jamelia Alexis Swigert, Lakeisha Kiera Turner, Carrie Ann Ware, Stacy Renee Williams, Jesse Ryan Adams, Brooklyn Allie Adkins, Megan Nicole Allison, Fiona Ambrosini, Amelia Franklin Atkins, Felicia Baker Washington, Anthony Joseph Barbucha, Rebecca Lynn Barrera, Sydney Ann Beckett, Amanda Victoria Bodiford, Emily Catherine Bolka, Jessica Trinae Bozeman, Chandler Sevilla Boston, Carly Marion Boyd, Connor Joseph Brennan, Christy Brown, LaShonda Nicole Brown, Morgan Marshall Brown, Shanice Marche Brewster, Samantha Marie Byrne, Shakayla Dominique Campbell, Mackenzie Lee Caniglia, Lyudmila Sergeyevna Cassidy, Michael Grover Harley Castle, Jennifer Lynn Semino, Griffin Wilson Clark, Abby Eileen Coleman, Kennedy Mary Elizabeth Crosby, Kylie Louise Cross, Sean Patrick Crowley, Haley Rose DeDoris, Madison Corinne Davis, Allison Rachel Delaney, Christina Jeanette Denny, Julia Ryan Derry, Aubrey Lane Edgerton, Joanne Gilbert Edwards, Sheil Allen Baldino Esporo, Jordan Stearns Fenninger, Hannah Monique Ferry, Kimberly Bryce Flippo, Hannah Nicole Gafford, Emma Page Gallagher, Hallie Maria Glavinos, Paula Bianca Gonzalez, Ashley Erica Gooding, Brenna Caitlin Gustillo, Tori Carrington Gray, Jordan Scott Griffin, Ivana Danielle Guzman, Lauren Jessica Haas, Karen Marbelli Hernandez, Cameron Elizabeth Hobson, Allison Marie Hunter, Kayla Arlise Jameson, Morgan Elizabeth Keating, Jordan Monet Kelly, Rachel Hunter Kelly, Blair Lacole Kennedy, Julia Roberta Kent, Alyssa Joanne Keene, Jack Yancey Lagrone, Quentin Brandon Lane, Shamara Nashawn Lane, Connor Patrick Lanigan, Shelby Leanne Leah, Christina Nicole London, Magdalene Noel McCormack, Hannah Reed McLean, Caitlin Nicole Merrill, Chelsea Lee Miller, Leah Nicole Miller, Katie Leanne Millwood, Lindsay Marie Morton, Catherine Claire Monroe, Amin Nasser, Brittany Michelle Pace, Jamie Faye Paget, Damini Trushant Patel, Jeevan Paul, Jenna Marie Pizzano, Sophia Rose Pudick, Lisa Mole Rauch, Jane Catherine Riesland, Mackenzie Jordan Reed, Rachel Lynn Ritter, Whitney Renee Rogers, Jenna Rumfelt, Andrea Monique Sanders, Megan Kathleen Sharner, Holly Catherine Scott, Carolyn Elizabeth Sloop, Catherine Michelle Smith, Carrie Beard Smith, Molly Snierowski, Haley Karen Stanley, Presley Malia Sturgis, Jessica Barrett Waddell, Thomas James Wade, Dearica Deshay Wilkes, Jordan Iman Williams, Mackenzie Gale Williams, Zachary Ryan Wilson, Taylor Mary Wing, Anitra Brianne Wazorek, Nicholas John Zajac, Stephen Thomas Zankowitz.
Dean Tom Chandler will greet recipients from the Arnold School of Public Health.
Allison Anastasia Eargle, Kenchina Natasha Allen, William James Donahue, Perpetua L. Bello Ognu, McLean Victoria Borsick, Kimberly Merceda Clark, Douglas Gibson, Sonal Mehta, Lucas Adam Ankenbrook, Aaron Lynn Bear, Stuart Wilson Bowers, Courtney Leanne Bradley, Danielle Alcina Cadet, Bradley Joseph Chandler, Robert Brian Cook, Ashley Marie DeSouza, Gabrielle Karen Deuker, Lauren Elizabeth Field, Sarah May Himes, Madison Marie Kime, Heather Elizabeth Key, Jordan Daniel Ikuo Lane, Luke Schuyler Miller, Allison Sue Mitchell, Nicole Carmen Prushnick, Conlon Michael Sidrowski, Nicole Marie Theobald, Benjamin David Tufo, Nancy Anai Oriegas, Sophia Salim Abdun, Isra M. Mohammed Adahomi, Hale Cheyenne Grace Alston, Ellen Gray Anderson, Madison Olivia Anderson, Amber Nicole Arthur, Olivia Melinda Avant, Madison Lynn Avenger, Rebecca Janelle Bagwell, Kaylee Nicole Amaru, Allison Elizabeth Bailey, Kimberly Randy Ball, Shane Parker Bello, Molly Ann Beeman, Claire Elizabeth Bisaker, Chloe Marion Bork, Quinn Beverly Page Brandt, Crystal Lee Brannon, David Shaquille Callahan, Hannah Frances Carpenter, Carly Ann Casella, Otway R. Cash, Gina Marie Caskey, Grace Ellis Chadwick, Maya Rose Chiotti, Patricia Pollard Cooper, Madison Alexis Crow, Jacqueline Maria Chizeski, Akash Nehal Desai, Sydney Rose Diener, Austin Wynn Doan, Adrienne Brooke Dodgens, Shannon Lee Dolan, Audrina Jessie Demond, Emily Elizabeth Edwards, Andre Jamal Howe Enoch, Deirdre Jabbar Epps, Tamara Nicole Gaffney, Shanquinta Gamble, Rachel Catherine Gatsalis, Kelsey Miriam Graham, Meredith Hoke Green, Michelle Elizabeth Guarino, Stephen Lee Guy,
John Howard Hamilton, Brianna Alicia Harris.
Madeline Hallie Harris. Andrea Grace Harry. Patrick Bailey Hart. Claire Olivia Hauk. Taylor Elaine Herlick. Alexandra Nicole Hitchens. Allison K. Holland. Taylor Danielle Hauser. Sarah Carolyn Isget. Catherine Bailey Johnson.
Juliana Heniage.
Jenna Nicole Jones. Kinasia Tatiana Jones. Casey A. Kirchner. Ecclesia Dolores Kirkland. Hayden Elizabeth Krasselt. Caleb Martin Cusrow. Jessica Camille Lee. Michael Brandon Lee. Deja Simone Linen. Nicole Marie Lyons. Erica Alexandria McGregor. Sam August McPherson. Mary Britt Marsh. Shannon Hope Matthews.
Wesley Harrison May.
Katie Elise McCarthy. Paige Lauren McGuire. Joy Hannah McMahon. Brionna Vivian McMore. Leeds Lawson McVeigh. Jesse O'Shea McWaters. Kinsley Olivia Medeiros. Tatum Claire Metz. Ashley Ninoska Midensa. Naya Alexis Janae Mitchell. Grayson Elizabeth Morris. Haley Christine Morris. Jared Matthew Myers. Megan Riley O'Donnell. Ezekiel Robinson Orsini. Stephen Osageta. Joshua Jacob Page. Zoe Nicole Parajon. Milan Sienna Parks. Laura Ann Partridge. Camila Perez. Chelsea Henrietta Perry. Sierra Ashley Pfeiffer. Sophie Hernandez Pliego. Peyton K. Pratch. Jordan Tyler Puckett Williams. Brady Adam Raffanan. Garrett Alexander Ralston. Tanner Wayne Richburg. Morgan Scanzoni Rising. Weber Gathings Roberts. Kinsley Grace Rodriguez.
Deja Mariah Rubin.
Jessica Ryan Rubin. Ginger Regina Ruswick. Charlotte Emily Ruth. Jamie Ellen Russell. Reagan Alindra Sadler. Takia Nikara Samuel. Amber Catherine Sansbury. Molly Catherine Saran. Hannah Marie Schaltenbrand. Dylan James Schoonmaker. Marley Blue Scott. Megan Elizabeth Siegler. Elena Noel Sheely. Hannah Elizabeth Shields. Michael James Simeon. Meredith Ellen Sipe. Melissa Coley Slade. Jackson Smith. Michael Duran Smith. Caitlin Ann Stansbury. Sandra Catherine Stansel. Vivica Alexis Stocker.
Caroline Tanner.
Margaret Emily Thole. Dara Elizabeth Thompson. Amy Elizabeth Tuchisky. Carrie Nicole Tomeko. Aiko Marie Blanco Vicente. Samantha Carolyn Walker. Jasmine Tiara Washington. Brianna Webb. Jenna Lee Westerman. Hannah Brooke Wilkes. Ellen Marie Williams. Taylor Lee Wise. Delara Abedini. Rachel Rose Adamkowski. Ashley Lynn Ammons. Nicole Alexis Ando. Zachary Hamilton Ariel. John Joseph Aruda Jr. Audrey Kellen Owen. Emmanuel Jose Ayala. Samantha Jade Baxal. Sarah Marie Barron. Zenaya Imani Ballard. Tyler John Barnes. Joe Bayless Baslot. John Andrew Bearden, Colleen Noel Behan, Matthew Cody Beckmeyer, Kenley Lorraine Bellman, Maheen Barham, Anna Mackenzie Bishop, Jonathan Lee Blaylock, Rebecca Lee Blank, Elizabeth Lane Bowden, Caroline Kylie Bowen, Caleb Alexander Boyd, Emily Catherine Boyd, Hayden Elizabeth Brake, Elaine Marie Branham, Cassandra Lee Bright, Ethan Hugh Brittingham, Madison Callie Brock, Corey Elizabeth Brom, Addie Elizabeth Broom, Elizabeth Anastasia Broom, Courtney Lynn Brown, Kyra Nicole Brown, Cicely Jean Brunt, Natalie Lauren Bry, Charles Knuckles Buck III, Brittany Mae Burgoyne, Sydney Christina Burrell, Margaret Olivia Butler, Larry Alexander Bird, Michael Anthony Burns Jr., Jasmine Teosha Callahan, Aaron Marissa Calloway, Shelby Ruth Carr, Hannah Jean Marie Castle, Devin Elizabeth Cassidy, Laura Cervantes Estrada, Raven Nicole Chapman, Adriana Lily Saccone, Nicholas Blake Clamp, Nyasia Imani Cleckley, Brianna Hope Cole, Craig Thomas Coletti, Carolyn Morgan Cook, Sarah Catherine Cooper, William Woodson Cosby, Nicholas John Couchel, Kayla Marie Coughlin, Megan Elizabeth Crawford, Lauren Jacqueline Krause, Sierra Margaret Crumbaugh, Holden Elizabeth Curtis, Kennedy Hannah Dager, Shaquan Keandra Davidson, Hannah Ellen Davis, Michael Austin Davis, Gael Vela de Doco, Nicole Kiera Denner, Kayla Chanel Dennis, Catherine Jane DeRegan, Madeline Rose Durham, Rachel Lee Desch, Andrew Dalyan DiNapoli, Andrea Heather Dominic, Brianna Lee Downey, Christopher Michael Dugan, Tiara Yvette Eady, Spencer Jordan Eason Riddle, Sarah Edens Eddy, Mackenzie Grace Edens, Ashton Nicole Edmonds, Ashley Nicole Edmonds, Jack Martin Ehlers, Austin Taylor Eubanks, Cameron Lee Everhart, Brooke Ashley Ferry, Reagan Leanne Farmer, Chandler Riley Farrell, Erin Elizabeth Farrell, Catherine Kusky Farrell, Carly Morgan Fischio, Amanda Grace Fleming, Madison Reagan Flowers, Kaylin Ann Frame, Ashley Summer Frazier, Victoria Marlene Friel, Jessie Thompson Funchess, Ashley Eileen Galvin, Hallie Elizabeth Goigan, Chevalier Ambrosia Gibbs, Kaylee Christine Gilbert, Caitlin Michelle Gleaton, Taryn Michaela Glover, Emily Lucille Galini, Julia Madison Gossett, Lee Ann Gossett, Kayla Noel Goomis, Alston Ryan Grantham, Natalie Ann Hardwick, Summer Reed Hamlet, Haley Grace Hall, Anne Olivia Gutman, Mackenzie Lee Heck, Taylor Marie Hatley, Casey Jane Hassenbein, Brianna Nichelle Harris, Erin Kathleen Hodo, Kelly Nicole Horde, Tao T. Nak Hong, Brantley Ann Harrington, Emily Renee Herbert, Abigail Claire Haynes, Nicole Christine Hoffner, Kendall Adair Holroyd, Julia Claire Horan, Kay Danielle Horan, Adam Chase Horn, Madeline Grace Howard, Karistin Dwamitria Nicole Hughes, Bailey Ann Humphreys, Evan Alexander Humphreys, Yui Ishibashi, Annie Michelle James, Michaela Juliet Johnson, Sarah Grace Jr., Helen Nikki Kapusithis, Brendan William Kelly, Catherine Ann Kelly, Jessica Lynn Kibler, McKenna Lauren Kais, Andrew Blake Kaiser, Selena Joy Komari, Mary Kathleen Therese Koshnitsky, Mary Peyton Krim, Abigail Marie Lambert, Farrell K. Landwehr, Megan Marie Lang, Rachel Elizabeth Lang, Harrison Jack Lapine, Nicholas Ryan Laramie, Eric Lewis Lawrence, Elena Ann Laws, Jared Thane Lehman, Loe Le, Taylor Mackenzie Lineback, Brooke Allen Leopard, Magdalena Ann Letke, Dana Rachel Levy, Blade Lance Lewis, Keely Lynn Losing, Brianne Celeste Long, Mackenzie Grace Long, Christina Lauren Lopez, Kevin James Lorenzen, Elizabeth Lawton Lyons, Kristen Nicole Maffei, L. Yvonne Magnan, Kayla Janelle Manning, Isabella Anna Martinsich, Cassandra Marie Masters, Catherine Rainsford McComas, Wyatt Joseph McCracken, Megan Rachel McGinty, Madison Kelly McLean, Callie Shea McLean, Sarah Addison McLeod, Becca Marie McMurray, Nicole Elizabeth McNally, Megan Ryan McNerney, Ryan Allen McNutt, Shreya Mehta, Chandler Sawyer Melton, Allison Julia Meyer, Emily Nicole Myrle, Carrie Alessandra Milch, Hannah Renee Miller, Natasha Ann Molina, Samantha Rose Monaco, Eileen Elizabeth Moore, Hannah Bryce Moore, Casey Ann Morrison, Megan Catherine Morse, Andrea Jean Mullen, Maria Camila Munoz, Hannah Marie Murphy, Savannah Ray Murray, Madison Blair Meyer, Heather Michelle Myers, Kayla Marie Myers, Mackenzie K. Myers, Jessica Caitlin Nyman, Jocelyn Lee Nelson, Michaela Yavante Nelson, Eva Leland Newman, Winston Alakander Nguyen, Zachary Thomas Nichols, Haley Lauren O'Donegan, Connor William O'Gara, Matthew John Olson, Abigail Eleanor Andrus, Cassidy Ashton Onley, Michelle Anna Ozog, Sally Anna Palumbo, Emily Scott Paris, Sydney Elizabeth Parson, Jenniben Rakesh Patel, Anna Grace Patrick, Celie Belinda Patrizio, Anna Cameron Patterson, Moesha Narshell Pauling, Caitlin Elizabeth Pearson, Emily Catherine Penn, Jenna Lee Peppercorn, Jillian Marie Polk, Erin Nicole Posey, Sarah Ann Posson, Holly Laverne Powell, Brittany Taylor Price, Jackson McGinnis Probst, Kathleen Bailey Radenbaugh, Curtis Brooks Rayleigh, Caitlin Taylor Ramey, Shanna Lee Ramsey, Mackenzie Bolton Ray, Jennifer Page Ray, Zoe Elise Rhodes, Lauren Kelly Ridings, Alexis Patterson Roberts, Aberly Catherine Rogers, James Grayson Romer, Alexis Ann Rondinelli, Elizabeth Joy Rosinski, Coleman Lee Ross, Hannah Dove Rubenstein, Charlotte Marie Rubel, Guinevere Joyce Rudnick, Stephen Michael Rumfelt, Casey Deanna Rushton, Richa Ruwala, Carmaria Imani Ryan, Lara Meredith Saunders, Marissa Ann Scandol, Kevin Norman Scholl, Marissa Lee Shabara, Caroline Elizabeth Scoggins, Joseph Thomas Scott, Emily Louise Schaefer, Colby Bailey Sharp, Kaylee Danielle Sheffield, Veda O'Reilly Shelley, Hannah Shipp, Daniel Thomas Schultes, Carly Barbara Simonowski, Rebecca Carolyn Simonson, Eva Elizabeth Slusher, Haley Ray Smith,
Nicole Marie Smith,
Elena Jacqueline Spigner, Alicia Nicole Springs,
Caitlin Stallo, Sydney Stokes,
Shelby Blair Stoltz, Claire Marie Stone, Lauren Ann Stone, Kyra Brooks Stosh, William Mitchell Tanner, Anna Caitlin Taylor, Reg Jensen Taylor, Sloan Elizabeth Taylor, Leslie Elizabeth Thalen, Elizabeth Victoria Thickens, Jalen Thornton, Kylie Morgan Toms, Madison Marie Treese, Olivia Austin Trull, Rain Thomas Valchik, Arslan Shamil Vali Mohammed, Taylor Lee Vincent, Michaela Bell Vogt, Allison Marie Wade, Nicole Renee Walsh, Hannah Mackenzie Walter, Bimansha Chitwa Wanzala, Brooke Nicole Ward,
Chandler Ward,
Katie Carolyn Ward,
Amara Washington,
Tamara Briante Washington, Madison Joyce Waterman, Shauna Nicole Webb, Rhett Pinkney Weston, Brittany Jean Whitaker, Paige Kristen Wilbanks, Megan Dean Williams, Brianna Lenitra Wilson, Connor Reese Wilson, James Kimbrell Wilson, Harper Nicole Winnicott, Rachel Rebecca Wood, Jerome Taylor Wright, Allison Ann Yarborough, Layla Yazdi, Catherine Grace Jovanovich, Garrett Ziegler,
Scott Charles Roxborough, and our final graduate, Hassani Rooks Grevet.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for all of the super women and super men in the class of 2019. We are almost done, and there's a very wonderful meal that awaits you, and families, it will be very expensive tonight, let me tell you that too. Help me in thanking our wonderful sign language interpreters, Drea Miko, Amy Garlington, and our backup announcer, Professor Kirk Randazzo. And finally, graduates, have we yet thanked appropriately our very special guests whose support and guidance have been so important? Your families and friends, would you recognize now all of your family and friends who are here, including the many Carolina alumni? Let's show them your gratitude and your love. And now here to welcome you on behalf of the Carolina Alumni Association is its president, Robert Dozier.
Good afternoon, families, friends, and now fellow graduates. I am honored to be here today to celebrate this milestone with you. You may not have known when you first chose Carolina that you were embarking on a lifelong relationship with our great university. But now you are joining a network of nearly 300,000 alumni who are collectively and individually making a difference in our world. I'd like to congratulate you for the hard work that brings you to this extraordinary occasion. As president of My Carolina, and on behalf of the association, I'd like to congratulate you for the hard work that brings you now here today. You have grown as individuals and you have added value to our university. I challenge you to honor your time at Carolina by helping those who come after you. Be an engaged member of your alumni association. Be a mentor, encourage others, and serve our university as we work to make our state, our nation, and our world a better place. And always remember, you're a student or a president for a short time, but you're Gamecocks for a lifetime. Thank you, and forever to thee.
Mr. Dozier's right, being a Gamecock is a life sentence, like it or not. Now I'd like to recognize our ROTC cadets who are graduating today. If there are any in this particular group of graduates, would you now please rise and also be joined by any veterans in the class of 2019 who we have. Please stand and be recognized. Graduates, I now want us all together to honor the life and legacy of Samantha Josephson, our cherished 21-year-old senior and political science major whose life was tragically taken from us in March. Samantha's family will be here this weekend and she will receive her college degree posthumously tomorrow morning. There's a seat reserved in the front row today, draped in regalia, in memory of Samantha and other students in our Carolina family that we've tragically lost this year. Fellow Gamecocks, we must ensure that what happened to Samantha never happens to any college student or indeed to any person ever again. Asking "what's my name" before entering a rideshare vehicle will save lives and must become as automatic to you as putting on your seatbelt when you get behind the wheel. So class of 2019, would you join me on the count of 3 in repeating "what's my name" as we remember Samantha and make this pledge in her honor toward our personal safety. Okay? 1, 2, 3. What's my name? And now please stand, graduates. We're going to do a little sentimental thing that will signify your status. to all the academic world that you are no longer a student, but you are a graduate of the University of South Carolina. I'm going to count to 3, and together we're going to move our tassels from the right side of our mortarboard to the left. And if we, right at that moment, I might try a very big selfie all together. Okay? So here we go. Get ready. Put your hand on the tassel. 1, 2, 3. Move it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again for these beautiful graduates. So in closing, graduates, let me encourage you to take one more walk with family or friends, or even on alone, on the horseshoe. I don't know if it's raining this afternoon, but the next time it's not raining, would you go to the horseshoe and walk around it once or twice to reflect on your college experience? It will be your first visit as an alumnus or alumna. It may feel a little bit different, and it would be worthwhile reflecting on that. If it feels a little bittersweet, remember that you're always welcome and encouraged to come back home, right here to your university. Just don't bring your laundry, please. We will respect and love you forever as our graduates, our alumni, and our family go forward with confidence. Class of 2019, before the benediction and singing the alma mater, can we do one final Gamecock chant? This side game, this side Cox. We'll do it 3 times, but only 3 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, very beautiful. Thank you. And now we will have the benediction by Reverend Wall, followed by Ms. Johnston, who will also lead us in singing the first verse of our alma mater, the words of which are on the first page of your program. You, of course, have them committed to memory. We will then have in your honor familiar and special music, followed by the recessional of the platform party and the faculty. Would everyone now please stand and remain standing during the recessional?
Friends and graduates, in the words of our favorite president, let's get on with getting on. So go forward with courage in your hearts, a song on your lips, and joy in your step. May you be blessed with much success to give you encouragement, and with enough failure to make you humble. May you be blessed with some loneliness to lead you to community, and with a measure of adversity to teach you perseverance. You enter to learn, now depart to serve. May blessing and peace be upon you. Amen.
With We hope you've enjoyed this special presentation of the Spring 2019 Commencement Exercises at the University of South Carolina. Thanks for watching.